All right, let's talk about it. Because there is a huge problem with the competitive pass, and I doubt EA Sports will fix it, but it's definitely been, talked about by a lot of people now, and I think it's time to bring it up myself. So obviously, yes, I'm not a guy who likes to play online Madden that much, and this year I made a dedication to grinding out online Madden, and what I usually like to do is build, the best squad possible, but use it through sniping and coin making methods and kind of doing it like that. But this year I said, YOLO, we're going to make the best squad possible, which is what we have right here. I'm going to take this squad online and I'm going to learn through labbing. And again, I have labbed probably now the last week or so, 2 weeks I would say, probably like 72, 90 hours of labbing. Like, I have gone so hardcore in labbing to try to get better at this game. I want to be the best at this game. I'm trying my best to get the best at this game. By the way, I'm running Cardinals offense and I'm running Ravens defense. But if you do play online, you know one big thing is 99% of the time, if you play online, you're going against a blitz, a man blitz in some way, or you're going against a zone blitz. That's pretty much the two things, Online, all you have to do to get any kind of pressure in Madden 24 is just quarterback contain, shift your linebackers, and you're going to get screaming pressure at the quarterback. Now, that's all good and everything, right? And if you know what you're doing, you're going to get a lot of sacks. I don't know exactly my numbers. I actually want to check this real fast. Let me go to my lineup. I want to check my defense. Aiden Hutchinson, I know, gets a lot of sacks for me. Isn't there like a stat thing where you can look at like what stats they have? I think that might be under compare. Is it under compare? Yeah, stats. There we go. So let's look at stats real fast. Calculating stats. I have 33 sacks with Aiden Hutchinson. 9 sacks with Bruce Smith. I just got Bruce Smith. I just got Javon Curse. He had 2 sacks, which isn't actually correct, because he actually had more than that. Last game I had 3 sacks with him. Sap, I had 34 sacks with. Reggie White, 2 sacks. LT so far, 1 sack. Brian Brees, 4 sacks. So, you guys are seeing a trend, right? We're getting a lot of sacks. This is because I learned how to play MUT. And I learned how to, do the bullcrap meta of just blitzing and glitching the game in order to get W's. Again, let's talk about this. Because this is what people are complaining about. And it makes perfect sense. So, listen. When you get done MUT champs, right? When you win a game of MUT champs, you don't get anything. Obviously, I'm 6 out of 7 for the week right here. And yes, you do. If you win 7 games, you get a total of 28, competitive points, which is awesome. That's great. That's fantastic. Outside of that, once you get that done, you don't get anything for winning MUT champs, right? And you only get 25 games. Now, obviously, head-to-head is not a big deal, even though this is completed, but it says it's not completed. Head-to-head's not a huge deal, but MUT Champs is, because you only get 25 games. So where the community is really ticked off and upset is EA gives us this, right? And obviously, every other Friday? Oh, every Friday it updates? I believe it's every Friday it updates. When this updates, you get a new list. But it's almost impossible to complete this list, because if you're good at Madden, myself, I'm getting better, but I know a lot of people who are a lot better than me. When they play Madden, if you play MUT Champs and the first play of the game, right, you get a 1-play tutty, because your opponent comes out in the blitz, a man blitz. Maybe you call the Cardinals playbook, you call the the empty tray wide, and you go ahead and dot them up on a crossing route across the middle, you get a touchdown, right? That's okay, so that's 1 touchdown. Let's say you get 80 yards on that play. Okay, no big deal, right? 80 yards, a touchdown. Okay, so that helps me out with passing touchdowns, 1. 80 yards. Okay, I'm going to get the record for total offensive yards. Awesome, right? Next drive, your opponent starts off. You run your looping blitz around the side, cause a fumble, get the ball back, your opponent quits. And I saw a guy on Twitter who that happened to him like 9 or 10 times in a row. And you might say, well, he got 10 wins. That's amazing. No, it's not. Because there used to be a million coin objective for going 25-0, but now there's not. So you don't get anything for winning MUT champs other than a little bit of, yeah, I did it. Because guess what? If you win Mud Champs, now you have one less game to complete this objective list. And again, like I said, you might say, well, then just let your opponents, remain in the game and don't play so hard and, it's Madden. If you do that, you're going to lose anyway. So then the mentality is, well, just lose the Mud Champs games. And then you get the stats. There got to be something else, right? Because that mentality cannot be how Madden's going to work here. Just lose games, and then you get the stats. And again, field goals, if your opponent quits that quickly, what about the field goals? What about the rushing yards, which again, like I said before, here's another thing, right? Field goals are almost impossible, because I don't know who kicking field goals in Mutt Champs. I have 3, and that's out of a lot of Mutt Champs games. But when it comes to rushing for 10 touchdowns, how are you going to get rushing yards if your opponent blitzes you 99% of the time? The only reason I had 4 rushing touchdowns is because I played some guy who would not quit the game. I mean, not even kidding. I was up like 35-0. He would not quit. So because of that, I was able to get like so many stats here. But rushing yards, you're not able to run the ball in Madden Mutt Champs because all people do is man blitz you or zone blitz you. Yes, you could say there are certain formations that does, help you run the ball and can beat those blitzes. And again, you can, but again, it's very, very difficult, and it's a lot easier just to dot them up for a crossing route for a touchdown on their man blitz. So it's simple, and then you do that, and then they quit. So it's there's no win-win here, right? So my opinion is, and I think a lot of people are kind of sharing the same opinion, EA just needs to release another way to get stuff for the competitive pass, right? Another way to actually grind out the competitive pass, other than Mutt Champs being this objective list. Maybe keep this objective list here, but then also change it up a little bit, maybe add another tab here, or maybe refresh the milestone, because that would be nice. I mean, these are obviously all completed. Make them a little bit longer. Make it more. Don't just make it 30 field goals that you can get done within, no time at all. Make it 90 field goals, 120, 150, right? Make it so that you have a lot more to grind for, and when you're grinding this game out and you're playing Mutt Champs and you're playing head-to-head, you're actually getting rewarded for it. Now, of course, head-to-head's not that bad because you can play unlimited amount of time, so it's not a big deal. But when it comes to Mutt Champs, you don't. You got 25 games, guys, and if you don't win 25 games, if you don't get this done in 25 games, it's over for the week. And that's a lot of competitive XP that you're losing because of, people quitting in your game. You're not able to actually play the game. So, again, like I said, it's not this is not that big of a problem for me personally, because I'm not that good. But, if you are good and you are a top-level player, a lot of people complaining about this. And I'm not sure how EA is going to fix this or change this, but they need to do something. Because, again, maybe if you win a certain amount of games, you get certain competitive XP. So, for example, if you win 10 games, you get a certain XP boost. You win 15, 20, etc. There needs to be some type of happy medium here where every time you play and you win Mutt Champs, you got to get some kind of reward. It can't be just you play Mutt Champs, you win, and good job. You did it, bro. You did it. I don't know. Guys, tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.